Eau Rouge, Radion, the bus stop chicane. Iconic turn names and an iconic circuit. History lives here at Spa-Francorchamps at the Belgium Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Fernando Alonso yesterday puts him on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Sainz, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Stroll, Leclerc, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Ricciardo, Russell, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Perez, Gasly, Joe, Magnussen, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. The question I'm asking is which teams have got it right, which ones have got it horribly wrong?
Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Alonso ahead, they're on fresh softs. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Okay, push, gap to the car behind. 1.6 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. 43 laps to go. Okay, DRS is now available. Lando's ahead of you now. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 1.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time was a 1:48.9. Okay, they're building a lead of 0.6 a lap. Come on. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap. Lando's ahead of you now. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap was a 1 minute 49.7. This is great stuff. We're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work. Second place, you're in second place. Norris just ahead, push for the position. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Alonso behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 1.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window will be open in 7 laps time. All right, mate, that's 39 laps to go. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 13.0 seconds. Overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Position, front of the pack. Norris is behind you. Our gap behind is 1.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. Okay, there are 35 laps left in this race.
Right.
Dropped out of the race. Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look. Okay, copy that. go, go, go! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, we're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it, you are the leader. Follow the safety car. Okay, the safety car's coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car's into the pit lane. Okay, clear. back, that's P1. Verstappen behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. Okay, 30 laps till the end now. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1:48.2. Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. On him, you might make a mistake. Okay, he's sat in P2. It's Verstappen ahead. They're on fresh mediums. Norris behind. Okay, the gap behind is 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. Okay, 28 laps to go. mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. Got that, confirmed. Position, front of the pack, and Verstappen's behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps, and 26 laps to go now. Okay, we've lost a position, that's us down a place. That's Alonso behind, less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 49.3. Past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. Push, push, use your overtake button, let's go. fastest lap is a 1:48.2. We don't currently have the data for that request. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:48.3. Right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Okay, good work. Great pass. open behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:49.7. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
I need to box.
Understood.
You're leading the pack, that's P1. Alonso behind you now. And the gap behind us is 1.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. 19 laps to go. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. That's Alonso behind. We're leading the car behind by 2.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 16 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:50.2. about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Last lap was a 1:49.4.
Norris is behind you. Okay, gap to the car behind. 7.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 17 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:50.5. In this lap, push now.
Box.
Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Alonso's ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. That's Sainz behind you now. Okay, car behind trailing us, 5.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 5.4 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Fastest lap at this point in time is a 1:47.1. We don't have the data for that, I'm afraid. Okay, push, gap to the car behind, 6.2 seconds. Verstappen ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 4.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:47.2. Job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Verstappen's ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 4.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:47.4. Right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Alonso behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 2.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 48.0. Got a gap of about 3 seconds between you and the next car. You're in second place. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 2.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. That's Alonso behind. Our gap behind is 3.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, we're into the last 10 laps now. Gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front is 1.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. Time last lap was a 1:48.3. We're gaining by around 0.2 per lap. Keep going. Pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance. Okay, you sat in P2. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 2.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Alonso behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 5.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 7 laps to go. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 13 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:48.2. Okay. Verstappen ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Time last lap was a 1:48.3. Right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. That's Alonso behind. Our gap behind is 7.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 12 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:48.9. Second place, you're in second place. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 2.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Alonso behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 7.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. Verstappen ahead, and gap to the car in front is 1.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 16 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:48.5. Good job, you're gaining by a full second a lap at the moment. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, you sat in P2. Verstappen's ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Alonso behind you now. And the gap behind us is 10.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. We've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Let's go, boys!
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners. Now, let's discuss that. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.